What's up, y'all? Lost Boys Cypher Circle is in session. What's up? This is home of all things artistic. You got a poem or a song or a rap you wrote, this is the place to come get it heard. You got some artwork, come show it to us and tell us about it. You want to just like discuss a topic, we'll open the floor for discussion. Even if you just want to come and tell some jokes, come and tell your jokes, man. If you want to come on the show, just DM me at Dylan Lawler on Facebook or LostBoy420X. That's LostBoy420X at gmail.com. But let's just get right into it tonight. We're just going to do it the old-fashioned way, the way they did it on 8 Mile, the way you did it with your homeboys on the circle, on the block. We're just going to form up in a circle and take turns spitting. So get your snacks, get your smokes, get your drinks, and get ready for the show because I got some killers coming out tonight. All three of these girls are some of my favorite artists and some of the dopest in the game. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Now, this first artist, she was the host of the first live stream I was ever on. A couple years ago, I wasn't doing so well artistically. I wasn't writing all that much, let alone getting on camera performing. But I seen a group on Facebook called Catalina Wine Mixer Jam Sessions, and I joined it, and I seen a post asking for some artists to come on and do some poetry. So I took a chance and I did it. And man, ever since then, I just had the motivation to just keep climbing and keep performing and getting more comfortable on camera. So I don't even know if this show would have happened without her or me coming on that live show. She's a poet. She's an artist. She's an activist. She's a spiritualist. She's a queen down to her core. But most importantly, she's my homegirl and one of my biggest supporters. So let's give her some love and bring Queen up to the circle, y'all. Hey, how you doing?
I am great. That is an amazing introduction. Good Lord.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like what got you started doing poetry?
I've been a writer since I was 16, man. So, like you said, I'm a spiritualist, so I'm double Pisces. We're very emotional. And so sometimes uh we got to get them emotions out. So for me, writing was that first, outlet that I have, and it's been carrying me since then. So yes, I've always been a
Yeah. So
writer.
what are you doing now? What's your mission?
So right now, we're just trying to provide a platform to not only artists, business people, small businesses, children, communities, all different type of things. We still have our open mics on Wednesdays. We have art exhibit coming up on the 22nd, have a back to school drive coming up on the 30th. So we have a lot going right now. Just
And
trying to keep going. Tattoos, all kind of stuff. I'm just
yeah, I heard. Yeah, also, I just found that out today. I was going through Facebook and I seen a tattoo and I didn't even know you did artists. I didn't
yeah,
know you were like a
man,
tattoo artist. That's
man. When I
and the piece I
yeah,
seen, man, that was awesome. That was a
thank
really good
you,
piece. That was a
thank
really
you,
good
thank
piece.
you, thank you. I
Uh,
mean, I'm just an artist to my core, man.
so you,
Anything artsy, that's me.
oh yeah, so you're gonna be doing some poetry tonight?
For sure, for sure. I
Oh
got
yeah,
some new stuff that I want to break out. I said it's a new show. First day, I said, okay, I'm gonna come with some new stuff.
oh yeah. All right, so what's the name of the first piece you're gonna be doing?
So this one is called Writings on the Wall.
All right, I'm gonna drop myself out of here.
All right. No fancy words or proper diction. I come leaking the pain of my afflictions. Life has been hitting, trying to test if I'll be quitting, but the test is if I see the beauty in the vision. I lost some people, not to mention starting over with intention, trying to watch my moves because they destroy in an instant. Ricochet to every part of my existence, stealing my joy and peace, quickly manifested into a mindset of poverty and scarcity. These moves be affecting me. I gotta take a minute to breathe, smile despite the agony. The pain inside my chest won't be the death of me. Fake I could never be, so I leak the poison from my heart until the pages bleed, until the pages reek of toxicity that once flowed freely inside my body. This page is like graffiti to the walls I've been canvassing. So So I named it The Writings on the Wall, with the wall being my heartstrings. Hopefully, you take a listen to see what I see. And that's the writings on the wall.
Yo, that was awesome. I like that. I've heard you do a lot of pieces, and I think that might be one of my new favorites. I
Oh
like that.
man.
What inspired that?
Because I just recently lost my mother-in-law, and it put me in a bad mood. And I started realizing how that mood quickly affected everything around me, from my attitude to how I was doing things. And it was just a ricochet effect to everything, even like my finances, my physical, you know what I mean? It was just like, if we realize how powerful our energy is, and what we're putting out there, even in times of heartache and despair, we'll be more mindful of it and try to, you know what I mean, have a better reign on it. Some things we can't control, but we realize how
Absolutely.
powerful it is, and we are, you know what I mean, for it
Yeah,
to affect so much. We would just be more intentional, and that's pretty much what it was. Just me leaking it out and not
yeah.
allowing it to
You gotta
harbor.
do. That's what it's
Yeah.
for. That's what the art is for.
Mhm.
I
And
lost my mom a few years ago, so I definitely understand. I
yeah,
definitely
so
understand.
to allow it to just leak, instead of put me in this state of depression, because of course, going through depression, you don't want to do nothing, you don't want to talk to nobody, your mood and
Absolutely.
your
And
attitude ain't the best, and you're not productive.
you know
And
what?
so,
Props to you because like it's one thing to let it leak onto the page. It's a whole nother thing to get on here and show it with the world. And you
man,
said that's new.
that's
That
new.
so I mean I have a hard time coming on and spitting anything that I haven't sat on for at least like 2 weeks, or
Yeah,
at least a month. So
yeah,
anything that's new is tough, and something that
yeah.
personal and that emotional is always tough to come on. And so props to you.
Thank you, thank you. I
Thank you for
realize
coming
that.
on.
Thank you. No problem.
I'll catch you again for your second piece.
Yes, sir. See you then.
All right, have a good one. All right, y'all. So I don't even know where to start with this next guest. I said I had to thank Queen when she came up here, and I definitely got to thank this next guest. She's been one of my biggest hype men from the very beginning. Most of y'all already know her because I've been a regular on her show from the very beginning. She supports everything I do. She reposts everything I do. She reshares it, comments on it, everything. She supports every poem I spit, even if she doesn't agree with all of the content of it. She's one of my biggest hype man. Like I said, she's a poet, she's an artist, she's a motivational speaker. She's one of my biggest hype men from the very beginning. She's the host of one of the dopest shows on the internet, and she's one of my favorite artists of all time. Let me bring Poppy Keynotes up to the circle, y'all.
Yo, what's going on, D?
How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored trying to make it through, man. Y'all see it's about dark in here. I'm out of
Yeah,
town with no lights and we still about to turn up. Let's go.
we still doing this shit. No power,
Hey,
no nothing. We
hey, you
got
already know it, man. We're gonna make it shine anyway. We're gonna make it shine.
so. I mean, I said that most people already know you, but for those who don't, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you started?
I mean, like you said, I'm keynotes. I do Poppy's Poetry Corner, and what made me start that is I lost somebody very important to me, and they told me don't let my words die. So I came up with the platform, and I love it, and I do it for the culture, and I get blessed by dope ass poets like D. And when you on the corner, that's what we push. We push the dopest of dope. You know what I'm saying? We got all the dealers, man. They all hit the block, yo, and we have a good time. So, and that's what I do. I've been spitting since as long as I could remember. I just started doing spoken word at the beginning of the year, though, and performing and stuff. So all of this is new to me, and I'm just enjoying life and taking it all in at the same damn time, man.
That's awesome, yo. So, yo, I just realized real quick. I forgot to play both of y'all's flyers. So real quick before we get into your first poem, I'm gonna just play your flyer real quick, and then Queen, I'm gonna pop her flyer up when she does her second poem, and then we'll get into your first poem.
See, I can't be that dude that comes over and you always dress for bed, playing with my emotions when all you really want is some head. Using me for my tongue because it gets slung in ways that make you come. Moaning out, baby, you're the bomb, but damn it, I'm so much more. So much more than a tongue. So much more than a dude that's home with a monster, even though it's your heart I long. Why can't that be enough? Yo, that's funny you play that one. That was my first time performing.
Hell yeah. What was that?
That one right there was called That Dude.
Where what inspired that one?
I wrote That Dude because I felt like a lot of women ask for a lot of things, right? And a lot of dudes say they're going to give it to them, right? But sometimes we give it just the opposite and don't even realize it. So everything she thought that she wanted from me, like she said she wanted a maid nigga, you know, I clean her apartment up, you know, but really maid niggas have money, you know what I'm saying? They boss people, but you know, I flipped the word and cleaned up, you know, it was just a play on words. It was just a fun poem that I decided to.
Is the rest of that on your YouTube?
Yeah, you can actually find almost everything on my YouTube, or my TikTok. For everybody who don't know, that's TikTok. Everything's in the Poppy Woodyard, and you can just pop up and find. You can even find some of these stuff on there, man. I got favorite poets. You can find some of the best on there on my YouTube. So definitely tap into that.
Word. All right. So what's the first poem you're gonna be doing tonight?
I'm gonna do Just What She Like.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna pop myself up out of here.
Let's get it. I know it's about getting dark. Y'all can barely see me, but let's go. You see, other than her father, I was the closest thing that she had to protection. So does me not being able to get a simple erection make me less hard? I think the fuck not. Born female, but I was the closest thing that she had to a man. So no, I didn't mind taking out the trash or cutting the grass. I mean, I was definitely tapping that ass, and I ain't talking about the scissors, so I cut straight to the chase. You see, her father could never be replaced, but now it was my job to keep her safe, to build a solid base. The scripture didn't say must be male or born dick or must be male. You see, I'm not saying that the male species fail. I'm just saying that different ships have different voyages to sail, and well, she chose me to lead this voyage. So I pray that the waters never get choppy. Trying to be the best daddy for the queen while maintaining Poppy to them. You see, I still want to be a him. Straight people might call me a dyke. Correction on sight. I'm just a little dog with a big bite, but let's be honest, people, I'm just what she like. And that's that piece.
Hell yeah, dude. Y'all are just giving me some like I thought I had heard my favorite pieces by y'all already. Y'all are just giving me just new shit to put at the top 10 list.
Hey, I'm glad you liked it. Being a dominant is hard sometimes, and knowing your place in being a dominant. And sometimes I feel like, you know, I have to express that and express myself in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people will be like, oh, she want to be a dude. No, I don't. That's not me. That's not who I am. Just because I do certain things, that doesn't make me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that piece is really about. And it's about, you know, protecting my family and the people that I love, but
yeah, absolutely.
Being who I am to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and it's important to just stay true to your own identity, whatever your identity is. Stay true to that, no matter what people are trying to stereotype you or don't. Whatever they look at you and they see something else, you know what you are. So it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think. You know what your identity is. You know what you are. You know what I mean. You know what you stand for.
Exactly, and that's what that's really about. Just trying to, you know, always maintain me.
Hell yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I'm gonna get you down out of here, and
hey man, thank you so much for having me up here. This is dope as flicker already, man.
Make sure you check out Poppy's channel, and check out her show every Wednesday night at 9:00. Poppy's Poetry Corner.
Hell yeah, you might see D there. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So I had a little change of plans tonight. I was gonna bring another artist up here. She's gonna reschedule, and we're gonna have her up here another time. But for the time being, I did manage to book a third artist for tonight, last minute. So this is one of my friends. I've known her for a long time. One of my best friends. She goes by the name Skedaddle, and she's a digital artist. So I'm gonna bring her up here, and she's gonna show some of her artwork. And here's her flyer. What's up? Oh, you gotta unmute your mic.
My bad. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
So what's up? First of all, I mean, you got a lot. I see that you got a lot of social media handles on there. So where did you start? Did you start making art, or did you just start doing social media?
I started with art. I've been drawing since I could pick up a pencil. I think I could draw before I could write.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So what like, I mean, obviously you said you just been doing it from the very beginning, but like what made you decide that, like, because at a certain, like, I sort of like made up stories when I was younger and stuff like that, and wrote little stuff down as a kid, but what made you decide, you know, and when did you decide that, like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life? Like, this is what I'm passionate about.
When it was the first thing that I was good at that I enjoyed, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
then, like, I realized that I could put my emotions on paper and make something of myself out of it. And that just, like, blew my mind. So when I realized I could share it and help other people as well, it became my thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that it was the same for me. And like, when was that? Like middle school or high school?
Yeah,
Middle
like
school, around
elementary,
middle school.
middle.
I mean, I talked to a lot of different artists, and just like for me, a lot of it was in middle school, and you know, that's really when you get the, like, this is what I want to do. You know, this is.
Yeah.
But so what's your first piece called tonight?
My first piece is called "Watched Me Fall." It's kind of sad, but it's also one of my favorite pieces. It's a self-portrait. I don't know if you can see that very well.
Yep. Well, we can definitely see it, and it's also right here up on the flyer. Yeah. In case anybody wants to look at it, you can, if you move to the right a little bit, they can both still see our faces while your artwork is up. But yeah, so Watch Me Fall. Tell me about it.
So I went through like a really bad period in my life of like self-destructive behaviors, and I kind of feel like people just sat back and watched, like, not on purpose, but because what are you supposed to do when someone's ruining themselves? You know what I mean? So that was kind of me putting that feeling on paper, so I didn't lash out at people for not being there.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's kind of very sad, but
I really sympathize with that, and like I mean, when you sent me your flyer, I like all of them, but that was the one that really like stuck out to me, to be honest. It just because it just like, without even having to, yeah, I love that you can explain it so well, but without having to explain it, you captured that feeling and that essence without any words.
And that's my favorite thing about art. Because words have never been my strong suit. So that's.
When did you make this one?
This was maybe 4 or 5-ish months ago. Maybe a little bit longer than that. Okay. It was when I had the pink hair. So.
And did you draw it and scan it, or did you make it completely digitally?
So all 3 of these pieces of work are fully digital. I very rarely scan my work anymore. If I'm doing a traditional piece, it's to keep it traditional.
Yeah. I've known you for a while, and I know that it's something you used to do. But yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, keep drawing though too. Keep drawing.
Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, I do. I do. Painting's also one of my favorites.
And I mean, I honestly don't know much. So if you want to go into a little bit of detail, I don't know much about digital artwork. Like, do you use like just a brush with a stencil on the screen?
So have you ever seen those little stylus with like the rubber pieces on them at the bottom?
Yeah, like for a DS or a phone.
Yes, kinda, yeah. That's
Mhm.
what I
Yeah,
use. I
yeah.
used to use my finger when I was a kid, which I don't know how I did that. I'm still so impressed with myself.
I mean, obviously people might have to look a little closer at their screen, but I was looking these over when I was putting your flyer up on the platform, and some of the detail in these is amazing, especially for digital artwork, and it's just awesome.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
But I'm gonna get you up out of here, and we'll catch you again, and you can explain what is he gonna do? Space Girl?
That I was gonna do
Oh,
Miss Universe, remember?
oh, Miss
She's not on the
Universe.
flyer.
Okay. All right. You're gonna have so if you're gonna are you gonna have that pulled up on your uh
Yeah, I'll have it up on
thing?
here.
All right. Cool. I look forward to seeing you again. Anything you
Alright.
any real quick before we go? Anything? I mean, your handles are right here, but anything you want to just plug real quick?
Oh, well, yeah, if any of y'all wanna see the rest of my artwork, my Twitter and Instagram's right there. I also have commissions open. I do brand logos and stuff like that as well. I'm not just uh, stuck on animation. So
Word. Awesome. All right. Thanks for coming on. See you again in a bit.
see you again.
Oh, gotta get her flyer out of here. Sorry, guys. All right, yo. So I'm gonna bring Queen back up here. Before I bring her back up here, though, I'm gonna play her flyer because I totally spaced it at the beginning. I'm sorry about that.
Love that wrong timing can you faster than a bullet if you ever sign me. Two worlds colliding, beautifully falling, chaotic insanity. Funny how I want you next to me, but your love will be the death of me. So I sit on the sidelines adoringly, giving you the quarter me. Entangled in this thing we call orbiting, wishing I could time travel to the right time, but I guess this ain't the right time. Shit.
Is right.
Uh,
Tell us a little bit about that one.
it's the artist that I've been working with, trying to help him develop his sound and get out there a little bit. And he's like, I got this song that I want you to get on. And I'm listening to the song, and basically it's about being in love with somebody but loving them at the wrong time. And
Yeah,
so if anybody's ever been in love with someone and you know what I mean, had that the chance of, well, not the chance, but the experience of, you it's real love, but everything else is just not right. And
yeah.
so I kind of channeled that emotion and just kind of was, that's one of my favorites. That's one of
Yeah,
my favorites.
I feel that. No, dude, I've been jamming out to that all week. I mean, to set up the show, I kind of it kind of just plays over and over again when I'm posting it on Facebook and stuff like that. So I just hear it, and I just been every time it comes on, I'm just like spitting the lyrics to myself, like we call orbiting. Yo, that's so dope. So what's the second piece you're gonna be doing for us tonight?
So the second piece is called Love Song.
All right, word. Let me get myself up out of here and put on Love Song.
All right. I sang a song that spelled out love for me. I sang and sang this song, but on deaf ears it kept falling. So I sang this song a little louder and more confidently, but still my love couldn't hear me. So I added a drum and some strings. I put on a nice dress and did my hair real pretty. I sang the song again, hoping that he could hear me. I even went as far as adding a twirl, despite my two left feet. It was after falling face first, it dawned on me I was singing love and he only knew temporary. I was singing safe places full of love and dedication, but all he knew was instant gratification. I mean, he had an elementary education when it came to emotional stabilization. How amazing when I fell, I landed in clarification that the song I was singing on 3P didn't resonate with him because I wasn't resonating. I was given too much and my value decreased. I altered an original just so he could see me. So the love I sang was beautifully peace. Spelling out love for me was merely a song that ended up being one scornfully pretty in the end, saying that he wasn't for me.
That was beautiful. Honestly, that was, yeah, I mean, there's no other word for it. That was amazing. What inspired that?
Um, Again, you know what I mean? Just dealing with someone that you're trying your best to make it work, you know what I mean? You're bending, you're compromising, you're this, you're that, and it's just not working. And even though your intentions are pure and everything, um, they just don't get it. And it's not for them to get. And so it kind of just was like, even though I'm offering this, that's not what they get. That's not what they understand. And it was a tough lesson for me to kind of learn that, you know what I mean? Like when you give so much of something that they already don't value, it still loses more value. It doesn't make them appreciate it more. Doesn't
Yeah,
make them, you know what I mean, value it more. It just becomes, you know.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. I get what you're saying. I've had a lot of relationships like that. Not just, I mean, not just romantic relationships, but that can happen in any relationship
Right,
with anybody. You know, uh,
right.
I definitely understand that and sympathize with that. And
Yeah.
that's again, man, you guys have blown me out of the water tonight. Another one of my new favorite pieces by you. I'm gonna have to make myself a list of all my
Hey
favorite
man,
pieces.
nah, stay tuned. I got a lot more coming, man. I've definitely
Hell
been
yeah.
sharpening that pencil and really just pushing myself to my limit and really like, you know what I mean, going outside of my box and just trying to do different,
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Just keep pushing. Just keep
for
pushing.
sure.
Step outside the box.
For
Make sure y'all go check out Catalina Wine Mixer Jam Sessions on Facebook. She's got Wine Down Wednesday at 7:30.
Yep.
$10 entry. She got the art exhibit the
Yes.
22nd in a couple days, and back
Yes.
outside Catalina Wine Mixer every Saturday at 8:30, and that's
Yes.
all in Atlanta.
Yes. In Atlanta.
All right. Make sure make sure you go tap into that, guys. Have a good one, Queen. Thanks for coming on.
You too.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna bring Poppy back up here and spit her second piece for us. Jeez, I'm getting all tongue tied, guys. It's getting late.
Don't worry about it. I already know, man. It's okay. So let's do this. My second piece is gonna be the one you asked for. Don't kill Kenny.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right. It's something like this, y'all. Just because I have on a hood and it's after dark, yo, we got a flashlight? This is not South Park, so don't kill Kenny. This is not a cartoon where a group of kids get together and do a bunch of dumb shit, which is called growing up, let's not forget. But wait, let's turn the page. When did going to the store selling cigarettes lead to I can't breathe anymore? In both situations, we didn't have to ask who killed Kenny. The revolution shall not be televised, yet this was witnessed by plenty of eyes. In almost every episode, the kid in the hood had to die. But what if those kids were black? Is that what it's like watching us under attack? Well, this is not South Park, so please do not kill Kenny. You see, because Kenny is a king. He's one of the lost boys out here chasing his dreams. Grown by age, intelligent on rage, still being beat for whips and chains. But you see, Kenny doesn't have to be his name. You see, Cassandra Bland, she wasn't even a man. It's our sisters, our brothers, our lovers in any form. Plan that they never have to get done harm, because if I ever have to ask who pitched Kenny, it's real life for me. And I won't hesitate to play with my toys. Because you see, Kenny is one of my life's lost boys, so don't kill Kenny. That's that piece. Look at you, D. You rubbing off on me. I got tongue tied.
Hell yeah, yo. And I love the Lost Boys reference in that poem too. She wrote that before you wrote that before you met me, right?
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean?
Before she even met me, she was a Lost Boy.
I try to tell you, it's just the universe. The universe brings certain people. I had to try to get a flashlight or something. I hate being in the dark, y'all. So I hope it was a better sight to come behind that poem. But you know,
that was actually pretty dope when you turned on the flashlight. That was
right on, right on.
That was
Right on, man. So I'm enjoying the vibe, man. You had some dope artists, Queens tearing it down. You got
Oh,
a dope
yeah.
artist on here for real. Like this is a dope vibe. So thank you so much for having me on, man. It's
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm anxious to get you back on again, and hopefully you get some more pieces for us.
Hey
You said
man, anytime. You already know I got a catalog of these things.
maybe when you got some Wi-Fi and a little more light.
Hell yeah, a lot more light, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, we made it shake. We made it do what it do. I need to be in the corner trying to see if I can hit the light switch or something.
Hell yeah. All right, so make sure you all go check out her show again. Her Poppy's Poetry Corner every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. You might see me on there spitting something. You never know. Go check out her TikTok and her YouTube and her Facebook. Let's go, guys.
All right, let's do it. Thank you.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming on. All right, we're gonna bring our third artist back up here before we wrap this show up and get this thing on the road. I might actually spit something for y'all before we go because we got a little bit of time. But let's get this artist up here first. What's up, Skedaddle?
Howdy, howdy. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, you too. So what's the second piece you're doing for us tonight?
Second piece I'm doing is Miss Universe, and I gotta turn down my brightness. So I chose this
Wow.
one.
I haven't even seen this one yet, y'all. This is like new to me. This is nice. All right.
So this is
So
another
tell us about what
self-portrait.
is.
So the
Okay.
self-portrait before was really, I chose it because there's like two different contrasts. It was really sad before, but this one has a totally opposite meaning. So I was diagnosed with manic depression, and if you don't know how that is, you have really high highs and really low lows. Well, this drawing was done in one of my really high highs where I felt on top of the world, like I was Miss Universe. So I put that on paper like I usually
Yeah.
do.
Again, you are honestly so good at just like capturing. I mean, again, it's great to hear your explanation, but you are so good at just capturing like the essence of like that, that feeling in the artwork too. Is just like it has this very, like when I look at it, it has this very uplifting, like, your mind's like in the clouds and the planets, like you know what I mean? And that's
I'm
the
on
message
cloud
I got.
nine.
That's the message I got from it right away. So yeah, you are fantastic at that.
I think
Fantastic.
the reason I'm so good at it is because it's been my coping mechanism my whole life.
I mean,
Like,
that's good. I mean, like you gotta just keep like Queen was saying, just pouring that ink onto the paper or the sketch pad or whatever it is, and just letting that emotion just leak through the ink. You just that's what the art is for. That's what the art is for, and you definitely do it, man. It's amazing. It's
thank you,
amazing.
appreciate that.
So again, go check her out on Instagram. Go check her out on Twitter. She has what are they called again?
Commissions?
Commissions. My bad. She has commissions. If you want to explain that again real quick.
Pay me to draw you whatever you want. I'm not just like
Logos, stuff like
yeah.
that. Her Cash App is currently, and yeah, go check her out, guys. Have a good night. Thank you for coming on, and
No
thanks
problem. Thank you for having me.
last minute. I really appreciate it. You
No problem, man.
saved the show.
I always come in clutch.
All right. So we it's only 9:30, so we got a little bit of time. So before we wrap the show up, I'm just gonna spit something for you guys real quick, just because I'm feeling it and I'm just feeling the vibe, feeling the energy, and let's go. This one is called Nothing Else to Say. They ask me if I'm happy and I tell them I'm okay. I tell them that because there's really nothing else to say. Should I tell them that my world just got turned upside down, or that when I reach the greater heights, I just fall and hit the ground? Should I tell them I'm a psycho? Maybe tell them I'm just nuts, because every time I get the ball, I just fumble it like a clutch. Should I tell them I'm a failure? Or maybe tell them I'm fucked up, because the only kind of peace I find is at the bottom of a cup? Should I blame my ADD or maybe my bipolar or the soul that turns to stone as my heart is getting colder? But there's no need to say it. They can see it in my eyes, all the anger and the pain deep behind the lies, cloaked in fake emotion, but right beneath the skies when hell on earth arrives on the dark streets of my mind. But they act like they're surprised when I lash out or I cry. When all this shit has gotten to me, it's hard to just sit by, but I hold it in and try, spread my wings and try to fly, try to reach some greater heights, but it's harder every night, and I'm left to wonder why I can't get up and gather all my thoughts while this darkness closes in on my motherfucking heart. I can't turn the key and start, like my brain is stuck in park, and even if I could, I'd still be driving in the dark. The darkness in my brain, will I slowly go insane from the overwhelming pain that always travels through my veins like a drug, and I'm so dazed, getting drunk and high for days, but just to keep the old me fucking chained up and at bay. And I know that demons here to stay. And I know that there's no way I could ever change my stupid, selfish ways. My mama knew it was hard for me to look her in the face. She knew what I had done, and she knew it had just begun. Knew I was only getting darker because there is no fucking sun. And wondered why the darkness came and swallowed up her son. Wondered why I'm not so strong. Wondered how the demon won. And I still wonder that myself as I'm fastening a belt around my fucking neck just so I can feel those fucking stitches in my chest. My mom felt them every day. Mom, I know I caused you pain, and I would write you a letter, but there's nothing else to say. And that's that piece. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, everybody in the comments, everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. I want to thank all the artists. So let me get them up here real quick. I think we had Skedaddle drop out on us. I'm not sure what happened. But I just want to thank y'all for coming up tonight. It was an amazing show, even though we all had something going on, and it was just crazy tonight. Y'all made it just amazing, and it was the best show I could have asked for my first one. So thank y'all so much.
Hey, thank you very much.
I want to thank my producer over here, clicking buttons behind the scenes for us. And I want to thank all my audience on YouTube and my audience on Facebook personally, and everybody on you guys' pages. And I also want to give a shout out to GWP over at Mr. Mayor and Duchess over at GWP for all the support they've given me. And that's it, guys. Tune in next Thursday at 9 p.m. and we'll do it again with a whole new batch of artists. Like I said, anything's welcome. Art, stories, like you want to talk about it, like have a conversation, anything's welcome. Just DM me at Dylan Lawler or lostboy420x@gmail.com. And y'all just hit me with the ideas. Have a good one, y'all.
All right.
And we out.